I don't know why you think life should be better for you. I literally don't know why you think you deserve more. Look at your actions. You sleep in. You come home from work, you sit on the couch. You give about 50% at work. You don't actually focus on your own self-development. You have a negative mindset. You are not in top physical shape. You eat crappy food, you drink alcohol, you do drugs, you chase women, you waste time, you watch the game, you watch the fight, you pay all your money on dumb subscriptions, you buy scratch-offs, you freaking eat the taquitos from 7-Eleven, and you're like, oh my God, I wonder why I'm out of shape. And then you look at other people that are doing well, that are driving Lamborghinis, living in big houses, selling a course online, whatever it is, and you talk crap instead of pursuing the things that they did to get to where they're at. You want things, but you're crapping all over them because your subconscious mind tells you you're not worth it. And it's true. Until you change and become worth it, it's 100% true. No wonder your life sucks and you're not happy with it. Make a change.
You'll never be truly successful until you realize this one thing. Our brains don't recognize the difference between something that's actually happened in real life or some bullshit that you made up. So you telling yourself, I can't do that, I can't afford that, this is all I know how to do, I could never start another career, I'm too old, I'm not good enough. Guess what? That's gonna be your truth that you're going to live if that's what you're telling yourself. Because things aren't true because they're true because we believe them. Now, I used to work construction for like 15 years, okay? I did not know what I was capable of, but the story that I kept telling myself was, this is all I know how to do. Like, how would I ever get out of construction? I don't have experience doing anything else. I've never done sales. I've never built a business. I've never done any of these things. But you start exposing yourself to the right people. You start exposing yourself to the right kind of content. You start painting a bigger, broader picture for yourself with a different type of brush, and you start believing that, then your life can change. If you check your screen time on your phone and you just allocated that same amount of time to like working out, making sure that you had meals prepped, making sure that you were reading a book or listening to some type of like self-development podcast or something, your life would be vastly different. Energy can't be created or destroyed. It just changes where it goes, it changes form. If you take that energy that you're spending doom scrolling, watching the news, worrying about the future, and start building your body, building your mind, and building your future, building a business, you're gonna have less anxiety in your life because you're gonna feel like you're moving towards a goal, but you're also gonna be healthier, you're gonna be happier. If you tell yourself some like, I'm not good enough, I'll never be able to do that, I'll never make it, I can't afford it, you're right. But if you tell yourself, I'm gonna drive a Rolls Royce someday, I'm gonna live in a 10,000 square foot house someday, I'm gonna have 100 employees in my own business someday, I'm gonna make $10,000, $50,000, $100,000 per month. If you start telling yourself something like that, guess what? That could be the truth that you live. But you have to be able to dream, you have to be able to think big, and you have to be able to tell yourself in a convincing way that you've got it, and you will find a way. Because if you tell yourself, I can't, that's your truth. If you tell yourself, I can, and this is what it's gonna look like, that can be your truth too. That's where you need to start.
There's no excuses, there's just solutions. If you keep making excuses, it's on you. If you want your life to change, if you want to get better, if you want your life to get better, you have to get better. If you want you to get better, you have to make the change. You have to make the decision to change. You have to stick to it. You have to use discipline. You want to lose weight, you got to get a little hungry. If you want to gain muscle, you got to eat till you're full and then some. If you want to make money, you have to learn how to provide value to a lot of people. You have to become valuable. You have to become better.
If you're getting driven nuts by the fact that you're not moving forward, if it's driving you crazy that you feel like you're built for more, but you just can't figure out where to put your time, energy, effort, and attention to be able to grow past where you're at, hear me out. That is a good thing. That's good, because you know who's not worried about their station in life? You know who's not worried about growth or success or making things happen or doing better for their family? losers that are destined to stay stuck. Straight up. If you're worried, if you feel behind, if you're worried, if you're angry, if you're frustrated, I've been there. And people that are gonna stay stuck are never worried about the fact that they feel stuck, because they don't. They're gonna be those average people that are gonna live average lives. They're probably going to be overweight. They're probably going to be broke. They're probably gonna have the same job for decades, the same boss for decades. They're gonna keep punching the clock on the same day in and day out for years. And those people don't sit there and worry. They don't sit there and wonder, what am I capable of? What's my future look like? What's my potential? They never worry about what their potential is. They don't feel stuck. They don't feel behind. Sure, they probably get anxious. They probably worry about money because, like I said, they're probably going to be broke. They probably have low self-esteem and low confidence because they refuse to put in that time, energy, effort into themselves or growth. But if you're somebody that's willing to do that, if you're putting time into yourself, if you're worrying about the future, saying, dude, I got to figure something out, that tells me that you're going to figure it out someday. Because the people that are going to stay stuck never think about that. The number one place that you can start, the easiest, lowest barrier to entry place that you can start is by working on your mindset, by consuming the right type of content, is to start working on your body, your physical fitness. That's going to help with your drive, your grit, your determination. What you're going to do is you're going to prove to yourself that you can do hard things and that you can progressively do harder and harder things, okay? What that's going to do for your mind is insane. The growth trajectory that going to the gym consistently can have on your life is amazing.